Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your June 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so whatever you're doing right now, you're setting yourself up for success when it comes to love, relationships, family dynamics, because what's happening here I see is you're planting seeds to a better future. Your 10 of Pentacles. You're staying focused on the present, which is really great, Aries, because I'm getting this heightened sense of awareness because of past experiences. Now, some of you have had a moment of an epiphany, an enlightenment, through knowledge, through soul lessons. Others of you may just be focusing on other areas of your life, whether this is your career, education. I do sense here with the books, some of you are taking a look at your life story because I'm getting memoir type of energy. So you may be looking at your life story, taking a look at your heritage, your roots, where you came from. You're looking at ancestral patterns, woundings, things that are great, things that are not so great, and how does it play into your life right now. So with the books card, this is reminding me of the Akashic records. So some of you may have recently looked into your Akashic records, or you may have had access through meditation here or connecting to the divine. But I do feel that a lot of you are seeing things from a higher perspective, possibly why you were in a union, in a specific relationship, why you had such a difficult relationship with your mother or with your father. You're seeing that the roles that each and every individual that you've come across in this lifetime and how they've affected your world. Because again, this is a life review, Akashic records, paying attention to interactions. I also sense for some of you, not all of you, you may be researching information on twin flame. You could be researching information around mental health because some of you struggled with someone in the family who suffered from mental health issues. Now, this could also be substance abuse issues as well. But the more you know, the better you're able to heal. And I do feel here for a lot of you, Aries, this is about knowledge, and you're gaining the knowledge needed so you can move forward. And I also sense forgiveness. So even if you have a loved one who's crossed over many, many moons ago, but you may have still been harboring some feelings of bitterness, resentment. This could be a relationship that had ended for you in the past as well. You're seeing it for what it is, and you're releasing and letting something go. So I really like to see this showing up for you. Now, in the month of June, in the present, you have this Boots card, which talks about you on this long journey. I also sense military for some of you. You could have military in the background of the family. That could be what you're finding out here as well. Some of you are not wanting to maybe fall in the footsteps of a situation that's happened in the past as well, because some of you have been single for quite some time. Maybe you've been in a relationship, or you've just struggled hanging on to some bitterness, some struggles in the heart area. But I really like where you're going, because all of this research, all of this knowledge, all of this digging into the past pain, the shadow work, the ancestral wounding, whatever this is here for you, it's been a long journey for you to finally release a situation or see it for what it was, a growth opportunity. Now, when it comes to love, some of you also, if there was a situation where you had to release someone, or if you found yourself repeating the same patterns and same dynamics, some of you may have been attracted to people who mirrored maybe your father. It could have mirrored triggers that you've had since childhood, and you found them playing out in your relationships, but you're figuring out the pattern, the pattern that has been in effect for quite some time. And if you've been single for a while as well, I do feel some of you just been focusing on your own soul's journey, right? Doing the work necessary, diving into maybe even a good book, writing a book about family. I also get sister energy here as well. Some of you may have had a sister. I'm getting the name here. Okay. I'm getting two names, Margarita Margarita and then Rodriguez as well. So that could be together, maybe Margarita Rodriguez, or it could be separate. It could be a place. Please take it as it resonates. Maybe you're listening to this video, drinking a margarita. Please take it as it resonates. Now, in the near future, Aries, you have the dandelion. This is all about you planting new seeds, you scattering them about. And I am sensing as well that you're putting this positive vibration out into the universe when it comes to love. So if you're looking for love, you're ready to scatter the seeds here. For others of you, I do sense an energy here of fertility. Now, if you are in the childbearing years and you may be looking at the time thinking, okay, do I want to have more children? Can I have children? Should I go this alone? Should I move forward? Because there's this energy of looking at the clock and saying my time is limited here. Now, it could also be for falling in love, finding a new partner. For others of you, I also see that if you have parents who are still alive on this side, you may be looking at the whole life and your whole life, their lives, and you're saying, you know, they're not going to be here forever. Neither am I. We never know when our time is going to be. But I do feel like you're looking at a situation from the greater perspective and you're saying, maybe I should reach out or maybe see what they're doing or mend some sort of bridge that may have been a long journey for some of you. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to take that step physically. For some of you, you absolutely are. But for others of you, I feel like there has to be some sort of forgiveness. And most of the time, forgiveness is for ourselves to heal and move forward. It's not really even about the other person. But I do see some family dynamics coming into play in June. Now, there could be a reunion. I am sensing that there could even be a graduation. Some of you may have a son or a daughter who's went off in the military as well, I feel, or you may be a military spouse. That's coming up strong with the boots. But let's dive into your reading here, Aries, and see what is coming in for you in matters of the heart, love, relationships, and family. What do we have here, please? Oh, I love this. So right away here, you do have healing begins. Healing begins. Six of Swords. This is all about you coming out of a situation that may have been a little difficult. So for a lot of you, when the Six of Swords shows up, this is a spiritual journey. You've gone through a lot. That's why you have the books card showing up in the past. Some of you may have even been working with a therapist, a counselor, a mentor, a coach, a psychic, a healer to dive into maybe some childhood wounding as well. Now, I'm also getting the energy here of hypnosis or even past life regression. You could be doing some healing therapies, such as it could even be EMDR, brain spotting, things of that nature, to work on something you've hung on to for quite some time. And your discoveries, I feel, yes, it may have been painful going through some shadow work, but the discoveries that you do find out allows this healing to begin. And you've already been going through a lot of the healing here, but this is about coming to a place where things are more calm. There's more peace here happening for you. So I do like to see this showing up. Now, Six of Swords can also be about freeing yourself from a situation that you were overthinking, right? Because the swords can be about mental energy. It can be conflict, decisions, intellect. So for a lot of you, there could have been something that you told yourself over and over and over for quite some time with this long journey. Maybe you've told yourself because maybe that's how it showed up in your world. You started to believe it. I've been single now for a year, for 2 years, for 10 years. I'm always going to be single, right? So what we think about, we bring about, but we also have the actions from the external world. And that can be, societal conditioning, that can be familial beliefs. And I feel like you're taking a look and questioning those things because I am sensing a pattern. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Wheel of Fortune showing up for you, but there's a turning point when it comes to how you view family dynamics, how you view love, how you view yourself of being worthy of great things coming in as well, because you've hung on to some situations that have bared a heavy cost at times, Aries. And this healing is absolutely necessary for you to move forward and plant the seeds, which you have here. So let's take a look and see what your challenge is this month. You do have the Hermit. Now, the Hermit, some of you were in a little bit of a phase where you had to go inward, hibernate, heal. Maybe you just didn't want to deal with people. You didn't want to deal with families. Some of you felt like the black sheep Others of you, you've been single for quite some time that you won't even know what to do if someone asked you out on a date or someone said, hey, Aries, I'd really love to connect with your energy. It may take you by surprise, right? But I certainly sense that there are seeds being planted here in a powerful way, but it's about preparation as well, getting yourself ready for these new opportunities coming in. The challenge for you is to open up to them because you may have been in some sort of energy of solitude or self-knowledge, which can be the hermit as well. And you have the card of knowledge here. You may have been doing work on yourself for quite some time that when these new opportunities show up for you, I feel like you are ready, but there's still a little bit of an integration period. So this could be perhaps a sibling, a child, a parent that you haven't connected with or talked to for quite some time. It could also be that you're ready to start solid commitment between you and another person. You're ready to maybe take that leap of faith, move in with each other. This could also be about blended families. Now, this is a very specific message. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but I do see here that some of you may have been in a blended family in the past that didn't work out, but they may have had children, or maybe you had children and there was an attachment or a bond formed, and you either still connect with that person, you may hear from them, or maybe you are seeing them on social media. I feel like there is a significant event, and this child or this person who you were attached to that may no longer be in your life, I feel like you've left a significant impact in their world, whether they were 3 years old, whether they were 13 or 33. I do sense here that you've left a big imprint, and I feel that they thank you, even if they're not able to say that or weren't able to show it because things didn't work out. Please take that as it resonates. Now, with the challenge as the hermit, for those of you that are looking for connection, looking for soul tribe, looking for a sense of belonging, who's not, right? We don't want to be alone. We didn't come here to Earth just to hibernate under a rock and never communicate or connect with another individual. But it certainly seems like we want to do that at times, right? We can feel like we want to just take some time out, but on a deeper level, we crave connection, we crave togetherness, and we crave our soul tribe. But because some of you have really, really worked on some inner wounding, abandonment, rejection, denial, others of you, I'm getting that there could have been a person that even just left you out. I'm getting here, they're giving me a movie. Is that The Jungle Book? The Jungle Book, where the parents may have crossed over. It could be your parents crossed over as well, where you were raised by, it could be other family members. It could be adopted. Some of you were adopted. Now in the Jungle Book, the little boy is left in the woods for the wolves to basically raise as their own. So I do get that for some of you as well. You may have been raised by someone other than your family members, or it could even be your siblings as well. So you've had to take care of yourself. You've had to be independent here, Aries, for a huge chunk of your life. And now that you are planting the seeds to attract your soul tribe, new connections, new lovers, new relationships, this is a time for you to open up. And I do feel that even though this can be a challenge at times, I get a sense of excitement. I get a sense of enthusiasm. So I certainly feel like we may see some pages coming up because there could even be new people entering your world. Now below you, we have the sun. This is great. This is in your deep, deep past, your foundation. Now I like to see the sun card because this is all about abundance, finding your truth, finding your happiness, and maintaining health on a body, mind, and soul level. So finding that balance is something you've always strived to do because this is, again, in your deep past. This is what you're built upon, to create happiness in your life, whatever way, shape, or form that takes place. Now, you haven't always felt that abundance, right? But the heart is opening here, and I feel like you're ready because this is all about enjoying the moment, enjoying being in the present, not allowing or waiting for that rug to get pulled out from underneath you, because for many of you, it's happened quite often, right? It's happened just when you thought you were in love with someone, it didn't work out. Just when you thought you were going to get to that place where, wow, I'm feeling great, boom, it gets pulled out from underneath you. But this says that you have this built-in ability to attract love, abundance, and enjoy the moment right here, right now. So I do want to clarify the Sun card showing up as well, because some of you may have struggled with your health, but I feel like you're a lot better off now where you were in the past. Now, it doesn't mean that and you are a bad person or anything like that. This is about you. You've hit a rough patch. We all hit those rough patches. But I do feel with the Sun here, you bounce back. Thank you, Spirit. That's the energy I'm getting, is you bounce back. We do. We're versatile creatures. We are humans. We're having an experience here on Earth, and we will come out of a situation hopefully stronger. And as one of my favorite sayings go, we can either become bitter or better. You can let past experiences define you and affect your moment right now, or you can become better from those experiences, and you can choose to see the light. You can choose to bring in this energy of abundance and gratitude for all that you have despite what you've gone through. That's where we like to say life is happening for us, not to us. But let's clarify. I want to take a look at the Sun card, because the biggest energy I'm getting here is you bouncing back. So again, I'm getting that a lot of you, you've gone through a situation, but through some sort of knowledge, education, or healing, you've definitely bounced back. And we have the Sun showing up again. So clarifying here, this is lovers, right? It could have been a situation with you and a lover, or Gemini energy or air, because we also have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this could be you also taking a look at your own family dynamics. What was happy? What worked? What did not? Are you mirroring situations that were shown upon you when you were a child? For others of you, there was someone, or you may still be connected to someone who really pulled at your heartstrings, right? But there was a complete perspective shift with the Hanged Man. You have the Page of Wands. I feel like this is a very exciting relationship, but it was slow, right? It just didn't, maybe this person you couldn't rely on, or maybe they didn't want to commit at times. But I do feel like there was a very important connection here in the past, but you're bouncing back from, or you're seeing it from a new perspective. Whether you're with this person or not, I certainly sense you've learned a lot. Let's take a look here at the recent past and what is showing up for you in matters of the heart. What do we have here for Aries, please? We have the Three of Wands. This is about you taking the lead. The Three of Wands shows up to remind us to not take our eye off the prize through patience, hard work, and optimism, that whatever we put into a situation, that we will receive that in return, right? Whatever we invest in, we're going to get it back. Even if we invest in a situation and it seems as if it's been a waste of time, it's still a growth and learning opportunity. And it's a repeat pattern at times that you're saying, I don't want to ever repeat that. I've learned what I needed to learn. And if you find yourself repeating a pattern, take a look at, the big picture. And that's what you're doing here in the past. So let's get to the juicy good stuff, Aries. What's the potential? What are you manifesting? What's in your headspace at this time? What do we have for Aries, please? I'm also getting the name Bobby. Bobby, that could be maybe a brother, perhaps it was a father, maybe it's a cat's name. Please take it as it resonates. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. This is all about you strengthening bonds. And we talk about that with the Boots card showing up here. So strengthening bonds between you and the people that invest in you, and you invest in them, and there is reciprocity, right? That Six of Pentacles energy. This can be inviting new people into your world, which I certainly see a lot of you doing, whether it's a friend, a coworker, a lover, a new family member. There is this energy of building something solid that is going to be a good investment, right? You're going to strengthen these bonds. You're going to attract your soul tribe. What is it here that you are seeking? Because I feel like you have the unlimited potential, but make sure that you are ready for this, because I feel like it's time to bring it down to earth. because this is a earth card. And the Ace of Pentacles is about, the home life. It is about good news when it comes to your career, or excuse me, your health as well. And I also sense that some of you could even meet people at work, because this can be career. So others of you are finding people through your work, whether it is a lover or whether it's friends, or just feeling like you're part of something, because I'm getting a sense of belonging here for you, where this is about strengthening the partnerships and the bonds that you already have, and then inviting new ones in as well. The ones that are, worth putting your time and energy into. I also sense some of you may be checking in with friends or with family members whom you haven't spoken to for quite some time, even if it's through a quick text. Hey, so-and-so, I haven't spoken to you in forever. I'm just calling to check in. I hope you are well. You could also receive that message in the month of June as well. So it could be someone you haven't spoken to. It doesn't mean it's an ex from the past coming in here. I'm getting that this could be one of those friends that you don't talk to for months on end or years on end, and then when you do get together, it's like you haven't even skipped a beat, right? So there's certainly something of that nature coming in. Now let's take a look and see what's showing up in your near future. What's going on in the near future? Okay, thank you, Spirit. I also sense that some of you may have met a guide, a healer, or someone significant on your spiritual journey that could really grow into a really strong, solid friendship that may lead to more, if this is wanting to lead to more, right? But for a lot of you, this is a great friendship or companionship as well. Now let's see what's coming in. Oh, there's that Wheel of Fortune that we talked about earlier in your reading. This is a turning point. So beautiful clarification from Spirit. And a lot of you are hitting that mid-cycle, right? Also known at times as, I don't really love this phrase. I feel like it's a midlife crisis would be the term, but I look at it as a midlife turning point. Taking a look and evaluating everything that you've gone through. That's why you have, again, the books card, Aries. So what has worked, what hasn't, how far I've come, doing some research into your background, your history, making amends. Some of you, you're gaining awareness on finally, maybe Uncle Joe was, diagnosed with something you've always thought he's had, or it could be something new and it brings the family together. I do feel here for a lot of you, this is flowing, going with the flow instead of whatever resistance has built up in the past. Okay, because that's what this long journey is all about. You've come to the turning point in your world where instead of maybe suffering in silence, instead of that loneliness, I'm getting anxiety, I'm getting a lot of heart, and this can be, wanting and craving companionship and connection, missing someone that is supposed to love you unconditionally. It could be a mother, it could be a father. It could also be a turning point in your life where you have a realization. Again, there may be a breakthrough moment or an epiphany moment that really allows you to know that you've healed a situation, and now you can feel confident flowing forward in your future. So I love this one showing up. We're going to clarify here, though. I just want to take a look at the Wheel of Fortune and clarify that one for you, Aries. What do we have for love, relationships, and family? Yeah, there it is. Coming out of this feeling of abandonment, or feeling like you're left out in the cold, you're unwanted, unlovable, right? That was an illusion based on, an experience that you've had in the past. That's how you felt at that moment. But this is about you letting that go, because you are undergoing a major turning point. I also get here with this Wheel of Fortune, there could be divine intervention taking place where Spirit is bringing the right person in at the right time. So for a lot of you, this can be a lover. This is someone who will go withstand the test of time. You have the Ace of Pentacles, right? You also have the long journey. Can be something where you find this relationship is a relationship that is one that lasts for, a lifetime. As they say, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I feel like this one is a lifetime for you, Aries. Really beautiful. Now let's see how you're feeling. How are you doing here? Okay. You're knowledgeable, you're educated. I feel like you're ready to come out of your hibernation, even though it can be a challenge at times. Oh, one moment here. Okay, that one kind of flicked out. So some of you, all right. Some of you, it has absolutely been been a long time coming, but you're ready to open up here. Okay. There's just some challenge, some struggle with the hermit energy because not everyone is going to be ready, right? You could send out a letter of, hey, I haven't talked to you for a long time. How have you been? But I do sense here there's something with you making the first move, I feel, and you have the reach out card. This is Three of Pentacles energy. It's about teamwork, right? There is no I in team, and I feel like you're all about this team or connecting, forgiving, mending. We talked about this as well. I also sense that there could be a sibling that you find out about. Now, it could be 20 years, right? It could be 50 years. Maybe you were adopted. For others of you, you didn't know that you had a sibling. Maybe you went on one of those ancestry or those DNA websites and you found some relatives that you didn't even know existed, right? For others of you, I feel like you could be joining maybe an online dating site or a group. You could be reaching out and joining a local workshop or gym. I just feel like you're putting yourself out there in the month of June, and it's going to pay off in a very big way. The Three of Pentacles is about working together, right? It's about being a good team player and cooperating with the universe and inspiring yourself to say yes to these new opportunities. That's what you're doing because you're planting the seeds, right? This is you becoming the hero that you are and saying, I have what it takes. I say yes. I choose to become better, right? I feel like if you have been a little bit bitter or if someone has been bitter towards you, I feel like someone is letting that go here. And it's a deep, deep burden that's been released or lifted from your energy. All right, Aries, what's going on in the environment? What's going on around you? Is someone celebrating? Oh goodness, as I say celebrating, the Two of Cups is showing up here. So this can be coming together, whether this is through a reunion, it could be a wedding, a marriage. I do sense, I mean, for some of you, not all of you, there certainly could have been a celebration of life or just getting together to remember, because I'm getting memories here for a lot of you. Remember the good times with you and another person, okay? Whether they have crossed over or maybe they weren't able to show up here, I do feel that there's going to be good memories that resurface at this time. There could also be here news of an engagement or news of someone graduating. I'm getting graduation party for those of you who maybe have children that may be graduating high school, graduating college. Someone may receive news that they got their learner's permit, their driver's license as well. So I do feel like there are congratulations in order. Now, for others of you, this Two of Cups is a very, very wonderful card about introducing and bringing in or calling in a soulmate, right? This is about a very important partnership because you've been healing and working on moving through that past trauma. You're ready to open your heart up here. You've healed that rejection piece of you. This is all about coming together. It's attraction. And the Two of Cups is like that law of attraction. What you're putting out there, you're getting in return. And if you are ready to reach out and open up, you're going to see people showing up in your world. And at first it may take you by surprise because you've been maybe alone for quite some time with the Hermit here, or you felt alone. Even for those of us who are in relationships, you can still feel a sense of loneliness when you are in a union. So it could be coming back together here, reaching out to your partner and saying, hey, we need to do date night. Can we go on maybe a second honeymoon? How can we reignite the romance and the spark in our relationship? So the Two of Cups is a very beautiful card to have in your environment. And I feel like you're all for it, and so is someone else. This is really great energy here, Aries. Let's see what your hopes and fears are. What are your hopes and what are your fears? Okay, and we have the final outcome as well. We're not going to read that yet, but what are your hopes and fears? Yeah, you don't want to open your heart up just to get let down. For those of you that suffer from abandonment wounds or feeling disconnected, if you've had a parent leave you or you've had to raise yourself or you've lost loved ones, right? This is detachment. You don't want to get close to someone just to have your heart broken. I mean, no one wants that. We don't enter into a contract with the thought that we're going to get detached, but there is a subconscious, some of you, there's a very real conscious fear of detaching your energy or not feeling the connection or feeling the love because of some pain. But I feel like this is just a hope and fear. I like that. I don't want to say just a hope and fear. It's not minimizing that pain for you, but it's something that you are seeing. You have more awareness of why this is happening here for you, and you're working through it. You're using it as, the vulnerability that you've had, the pain that you've had, you're actually using this as your ally because you're coming into awareness and you're saying, how can I shed light to this situation so it doesn't happen again? That's why you have that Wheel of Fortune. So something in the past, you're healing and moving on. Now, if you are in a partnership, if you are already connected with someone, the fear here is staying in the energy of isolation with the Hermit. You want to be able to come together, but both of you may live as roommates. Both of you may be going off, doing your own thing. Maybe you've been together for quite some time and you've just got into this routine, but it's been a long journey between the both of you. And so you may be saying, well, Melissa, we've come accustomed to living this lifestyle. If that's the way you want it, then that's okay. I mean, that's your choice. No judgment here. But I do sense, because of what you really want, what you're trying to manifest, you want to strengthen the bonds. You want to come together here. Now, for others of you, you may be manifesting a new opportunity as well. There could be this energy of maybe you hope to detach from a situation. Please take the energy as it resonates. But you could have the hope of wanting to detach from some sort of pain. It doesn't have to be a person. For some of you, it could be. But I do feel like you don't want to sense that attachment any longer because it could have been too painful and you need to release and let it go. And that can bring you more peace, hence the dove showing up here. So please, again, take that as it resonates for you. Now, you have two cards that came out for your final outcome. So final outcome in matters of the heart for relationships, love, and family, June 2023. A 3. You have 3 cards. Wow. All right, you have these two in reverse here. You have the Tower, you have the 7 of Swords, and you have the 3 of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this can be quite deep. The Tower can be, if this is a past situation where you've had to move on from healing because of third party, betrayal, or someone did you dirty, Aries, I feel like you are inviting in new opportunities to plant some new seeds. Okay, so some of you, this could be the clarifier that you needed, that it's time to have a turning point in your world. Now, for others of you, if this is something you've hung on to in the past, which we talked about, it could be pain or betrayal from a parent, from a lover, from, family member, a good friend that hurt you. This is all about you seeking the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Hence the Tower, right? We need these towers to come in to rebuild because something may have been hidden. And sometimes we tend to put a smile on our face and we go through the relationship and we know that there's hidden truths, but we just want to keep the peace at times. This is about unmasking. This is about you being truthful to yourself. Is this really making you happy? Are you feeling a sense of belonging? Are you living and leading from your heart? I also sense you're finding the truth out about other people as well as yourself, but there is a sense of liberation here, a sense of freedom. Okay, that's coming in really strong for a lot of you. Now, the 3 of Cups typically is a card of celebration, but because we do have this with the 7 of Swords and the Tower, this can certainly be third party. Now, it doesn't have to be cheating third party. For others of you, this could have been a family member, an in-law, someone butting in where their business was not needed, right? It could be a friend who gave some advice and it really shook up the energy of maybe whoever it was that you wanted to have a heart-to-heart with or a conversation. Now, the 3 of Cups here can at times feel left out. I also sense that you're finding the truth out, or you did, about the extent of someone's maybe addictions or someone's excessiveness, because this can be, 3 of Cups can be over indulging, right? It can be partying. It can be substance abuse, over consuming things that, dim our senses, dim our truth. And I feel like there's this energy of you getting true with yourself. I also feel, whether this is a father figure for some of you, whether it's yourself, you may be saying, hey, I've been numbing down these emotions. I've been on this road for quite some time. I'm ready to get honest and truthful about what I need to do. And it doesn't have to be substance abuse. It could be just getting truth getting honest about your situation in order to rebuild something that is more stable, that is going to be cause for celebration with the Three of Cups. The positive effect of this can be about, again, the news of a birth. It can be a reunion. It can be a wedding reception. So there's certainly an energy coming together here. And you may actually, okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm getting that some of you may run into a person who's hurt you or betrayed you, may have even caused a tower moment, whether it's a lover, a family member, a friend, a child, whoever here. You may reunite with them, or hear news, or it could be through a reunion or a celebration. But I feel like you really know that you're healing because you are at a better place here. And maybe in the past, maybe 5 months ago, you would have ran into this person or seen on social media, maybe that they're getting married or something of this nature here. And it may have really taken a deep hit to the heart or the solar plexus. But I feel like you know that you've done some work and you're moving on from it. Now, I also sense that if you are single and you're looking for love, you are aware. You have this heightened sense of awareness of getting bluntly and truthfully honest with yourself about what you need to do and your role and responsibility in seeing beyond the curtain, right? It's kind of like in the movie, The Wizard of Oz. The whole time they want to get to Oz to see the great and powerful, wizard. But what's behind the curtain is actually, a small man who is voicing himself in a big old microphone to make him seem big and bold and almighty, which doesn't mean that he's not, but it's also some sort of facade. So I do feel for a lot of you that you're pulling the curtain behind and you're seeing the truth of a situation, but now you're figuring out how to rebuild, right? How do I rebuild from this? So I feel like you're in a good place because you've done the work here, Aries. You have the knowledge. You have done the healing. A lot of you are healers yourself. You could be teaching this as well. It could be a part of your career. But it's been a long time coming, and I sense that you're ready for a full and utter release. Remember, your main energy is the Six of Swords. All right, last but not least here, let's take a look and get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle, and we'll take a look at what the relationship message is for you. What do we have here for Aries, please? Oh, goodness. All right, there it is, new life, beautiful. Aries, this is all about you planting those seeds for a new life to come in here. I love this. It's card 39. Some of you may be 39 years old, or you may have a birthday on the 3rd, 9th, or 12th. Let's take a look here. All right, we have birth of new ideas, growth opportunities, a breath of fresh air, and life renewing itself. And Aries, the relationship message is this: new energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. Beautiful. Yeah, because I feel like you're definitely at the beginning of a situation. And the reason why you have the Hermit is because, like it says here, you haven't quite hit your stride, but you're coming out of a place where there has been a little bit of bitterness. Now, the fact that you have all three of these together, I certainly feel like this could be in beneficial favor to you because, yeah, there could have been some sort of betrayal, something you needed to see for what it was here, and it cause a tower moment, or you're still rebuilding from this tower, but you're coming to a place here of sharing the love. And it literally just said this is all about a very auspicious card for those in respect to love and partnerships. It's a time to connect and share in that excitement. That's what your final outcome is. So it's important that you step outside of this Hermit energy, or you be able to put yourself out there, seek for belonging, seek for friendships. I do feel like you're ready for it. You're opening yourself up to this new life. New life has its own timetable and maturity. Be here now is the message, because life loves you, Aries, and you have new people entering, again, solidifying old relationships. You're ready to spread the love, and you can, as I always say, become bitter or better. You can let this past experience, whatever this may have been for you, whether it's happened 50 years ago, 5 years ago, or 5 months ago, you can let that define you, and you can stay in this hermit energy. That's completely up to you. Or you can open yourself up, right? And this is all about you opening yourself up to new life. Well, I hope this resonates with you, Aries. Very beautiful energy, but you do have connections that are coming in for you in a big way. You're planting the seeds to, I feel, relationships that can withstand the test of time. Relationships that are built on trust, loyalty, dependability, and strength. You're able to rely not just on the other person, but for yourself to make decisions that are in your highest good and aligned with your soul's truth. Hence the Seven of Swords. Thank you so much for being here, Aries, and tuning in. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, and hit that subscribe and bell button. Thank you so much, Aries. Lots of love.